and what you do.
What's up, beautiful people? My name is Samuel Njoroge, alias Priest the Poet, alias Father Macarius. I'm a creative in the spoken word and music realm, and I also serve as a community and operation associate at Baraza Media Lab Nakuru. Yes. Quite honestly, there have been people ahead of us who have done a lot of great things. Fortunately, or rather unfortunately, they went ahead of us and went to Nairobi, because in Nakuru things are quite slow, and people haven't gotten a chance of meeting them close up. Maybe the likes of Prof. Hamo, the likes of Avril, the likes of some great producer called Mavo, and many others, But we are really trying as much as possible to also, there are upcoming artists and more so creatives here in Nakuru, and who are really good at what they do, and we are really trying to model out ourselves in a way that they can look up to us, because we no longer need to go to Nairobi for us to succeed. So we are really trying as much as possible. Whoever we are seeing is unique in whatever creative way, or rather in the media space, we are trying to breed that so that they can also be renowned over here in Nakuru. And for sure, I can say the likes of Willie Oeba, he has been a good example in terms of the people who have been visiting Nairobi for performances and then resuming back over here in Nakuru. The likes of Jamie Canary, she has been, her works, many of her works have been showcased on Netflix. She has been visiting Nairobi, but again, she has been coming back to Nakuru, so that any other given person who is looking up to her, they can have that close-up conversation on how Jamie has succeeded to be at that particular platform. For the longest, Nakuru has defined itself, but way back, we were identified as, Nakuru was solely identified by dancers. We used to have great dancehall groups over here in Nakuru, but over the time that has transitioned, we are having a massive group of poets, massive group of musicians, and a good number of event organizers. And but at the moment, I can say, and not being biased, poetry has really taken a good part of that, given that we have also great mentors ahead of us, the likes of Mbungi Aliye Parara. They've been staging amazing concepts here in Nakuru, and I think with that, it started building a community of poets who are now like quite a good number of them, and partially also the dancers. They are the people whom I can think in the creative space, they are the ones who are dominating at the moment. Yeah, for sure, we do have them, but they are countable, you know. Not like, for example, in Nairobi, where we can say we have lots and lots of creative spaces where we can have maybe dancers in a certain creative space, models in a certain creative space. We have less of that. But fortunately, there's an organization called Tribeless Youth. It has been breeding great artists. That one I can tell you for sure. It has been breeding great artists, good musicians, good poets, and they are also the people behind the Smart Puppeteers, a bunch of great artists who are doing puppetry, something which has not yet been tapped in Nakuru. So that is one of the many spaces. Unfortunately, the space that solely people from Nakuru were relying on happened to undergo through a closure, which I don't want to talk about, but we do have minimal spaces. So to anyone out there who maybe will be seeing this interview, Nakuru, we are having more great artists, but we are lacking spaces. We need more spaces, not just Baraza. We need more other creative spaces so that we can also get like our own safe space, you know. Wanasemanga shamba ya mzabibu matunda ni mingi lakini wafanyikazi ndio wachache. Something as such. First of all, I would advise them to start. That dream that you are having, that idea that you are having, it's not a crazy idea. You're not abnormal. Just start. Because even the person who invented the invention of like entirely everything that we are seeing right now started off as a dream, started off as just a vision. It became fruitful when that particular inventor started. So the thing is, start. When you start, definitely you'll have aligned one of your few steps, and you'll definitely be in a position of meeting like-minded people who are doing the same thing as you, and people who are going to advise you well on how to do it. So that's number one, do it. Number two, I always say time and again, for you to be a creative, or rather in the media space in Nakuru, you must have an elastic heart and a crocodile skin, because it's tough out here. So you must be resilient in any other given way. Also, be aware of people who are exploiting on other people's work. That's number three. Be aware of anyone who wants to take advantage of your work. And then number four, with that all being said, you're not destined to be on the dust forever, because you have a place in the clouds. So keep on pushing, keep on moving. I'm a believer of everything is possible. So just believe in yourself. Be hopeful in yourself. I know at times things might look like they are not giving in to whatever it is that you're thinking of, but life has a way of gifting you when you are hardworking and smart.